All right, it is time to play the first round of Video Game 20 Questions of the year. Our suggestion this week comes from Shane Fool. And you fine gentlemen now have 20 yes or no questions to guess this week's mystery game. Let the questioning begin.
I think there's a hint on the board there.
Yeah, I always look back there every week and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Does your character speak?
It's a good one. It's a
you.
good first question of the year.
No.
Thought about it for a long time
Yeah,
though.
it's weird.
It's not Chrono Trigger, guys.
Do you play as a person?
Yes.
Like as a human person? Is that what
Persona.
that means?
I mean, like not an animal.
Okay.
Yeah. So animal, robot, car, ship, all those got thrown in the trash. You're
Okay.
welcome.
Good work. Narrowed some stuff down for us. Now we don't have to ask about hands.
We still might, if you can see your hands or not.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
Was this game made before January 1st, 2000?
Yes.
Is it game before January 1st, 1990?
No.
90s, only 90s games. We'll remember this game.
Okay.
Is it an exclusive on a console?
No.
Okay.
I always hate when that happens because the neck gets bigger.
Was this is this like a 16-bit era game?
Yes.
All right, multi-platform 16-bit game. Early 90s.
Play as a person.
And you're a man.
And you don't
Maybe.
and you don't talk.
You might be a woman or a baby.
Mario.
person.
Oh, but Mario's exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Mario's Time Machine.
Vector.
PC.
What about Vector Man?
He was
It's
exclusive as well.
Also not a person.
Yeah.
Even though it says man in the title.
What about Decapitac?
Mega
Does
Man's
this-
sort
does
of
the
a man.
skeleton count?
Yes. Yes, the skeleton counts as a person.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
If you saw a skeleton walking down the street, you'd not be like, look at that person.
I'd be
Look
like,
at
that used to be a person. It still is sort of part of a person.
It's like 2/5 of a person. All right.
You need more than just a skeleton to be a person.
That's not true. And that's where it starts.
I'm going to ask Damon this just so you can settle it.
No, it's not.
Is a skeleton? No, it's-
Is a skeleton a person? Yes.
No, it's
Yes, it is. So what makes a person then?
I'm still hung up on you saying people start as skeletons. That's not actually correct.
Is that last?
People start skeleton.
People end as skeletons. How about that?
Yeah, that's true. What's going on?
What if there was just a brain? Is that a person?
Like a mother brain.
No, definitely not.
Like
So
that
a brain
Johnny,
is not a person, but
like
a
that Johnny
skeleton
Depp
is.
movie
Yeah.
where he turns into a computer.
A brain is an organ. A skeleton is a person.
Is this a platformer?
Yes.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay,
so it's
oh, I had a good one. Oh, is this game developed in Japan?
No.
Oh, it's an American
No.
person,
Well, it's just
Well-
non-Japanese.
possible skeleton platforming game.
Let's stop. Rise Star.
Hold on. What
That's a
what
star.
what
Oh,
platforming
yeah.
game starred people?
Wait, Aladdin.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Is this a okay? Is this a licensed game?
No.
Oh,
Alone in the Dark. Oh, not Alone in the
Home
Dark.
Improvement.
The other one. What was the one that was like Sam? What was the one that was like Prince of
Boogerman.
Persia with a cinematic platformer? That's like I keep thinking Alone in the Dark, but it's called something
Futures,
else. That's exactly. I can't think of it. Home something. Future.
Yeah, well, we can get there. That was multi-platform though.
do you have a gun?
Oh, that's a pretty good question.
No.
Pet Flashback.
Flashback. You got it.
That's 10.
You don't have a gun. Flashback, you have a gun.
Does he get a gun
That's
in
a
Home
good
Alone?
question.
I feel like he should get a gun in Home
Nail
Alone.
gun.
And he gets a nail gun.
licensed.
Oh.
Dude,
I watched Home Alone.
I watched Home Alone
Did
too.
you do?
Me too. You know who
That
else
got
did?
me in the Christmas
Everybody.
spirit.
It's on every channel.
Why don't watch it?
I watch that movie all the time.
I haven't seen that movie in like a decade.
Oh my god, it's
I
great.
didn't remember. In my mind, that movie is Kevin's torture house for 2 hours.
It's
that's
actually-
like
it's
that's
5
like the,
minutes.
it's
So
the
much
final
family
15
stuff.
minutes
Yeah.
of the movie.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing watching it over the break.
I feel so bad for him too.
Yeah, me too. But
He
you
gets real
know,
lonely.
Alone on Christmas with a weird neighbor.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the ending, so I just think that neighbor is just a horrible person.
it's actually he was actually both robbers in disguise. A lot of people don't know that. Post credit scene.
What
halfway
question
there.
are we on, Damon?
Does he have a gun? No. We're on
Yeah.
10 questions.
Okay.
You've done 10 questions. You know it's a platformer
16-bit,
from the 90s, 16-bit era.
not Japanese.
Not exclusive.
Multi-platform game, yeah.
You're a person.
You're a person. You don't have a gun.
You
So
don't
hold
and
on.
you don't speak.
Not licensed is tough.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at so I
Well,
keep thinking like
but we can narrow down developer potentially.
Yeah.
Like, because we know it wasn't made in Japan. That actually eliminates, all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. It eliminates
Developers are kind of weird then. I mean, there's like ActRaiser and stuff like that. Meta platforming.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like video games are still a very Japanese thing in the early 90s.
Totally.
So
No,
it's like,
it
who
does
was
make it weird.
what Western, like, what games were, Electronic Arts making back then? Like,
Should we figure out like sort of like tone? Like, is it Western or futuristic or
Western, it could be Sunset Riders.
is that a platformer?
Sort of.
Yeah, that's more of a beat 'em up.
Yeah, I agree.
Does this game take place in the past?
There's also a million guns in that game.
I can't answer that question.
Cool. Then we get a freebie.
Yeah.
Does it count? Is that question count?
No,
Okay.
I won't count it because I can't answer it.
Well, also like what was the past back
So
then?
that's neat because it's got kind of like some kind of weird fantasy unrelated to reality game. But you're a person or a skeleton.
And you don't have a gun, so you probably have a sword.
Could be ActRaiser.
Do you have a sword?
No,
It's
it's 11.
What
that was
the?
a burner.
Alex, not Alex Kidd. The other one, the one, James Pond. Are you a fish in
What
James
about
Pond?
like Adventure Island?
Yeah.
Adventure Island. Was that made in Japan?
Yeah, Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson.
Um,
Bad.
This is really hard.
no, the one made by Cliff Bleszinski before Duke Nukem,
Yeah.
Commander Keen. But
You
those
have
were,
a gun in that game.
do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus multi-platform.
Yeah.
You don't have a gun.
No, this is a multi-platform game.
It was okay.
Should we figure it out if you're a boy or a man
Well, yeah,
An
or a
Earthworm Jim
woman,
wouldn't
or a
count.
skeleton?
or an earthworm.
Or earthworms are not people.
Okay.
They're invertebrates. They don't have any bones. Can't be
That's
person.
can't be a person without a skeleton.
Do you kill? I don't know how to ask this. Do you?
To kill things.
Yeah. Do you kill things in this game?
Yes.
So most games you kill stuff in. So that's a pretty big hint.
Yeah.
But if you don't really kill stuff.
What's
too
the
much.
one? Is it Adventure Boy, the one where he's on the skateboard and throws fruit?
That's Adventure
Wonder Boy.
Island.
Adventure Island.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy's a different one.
But that's
He's
only
a
on
robot.
Genesis.
Wonder Boy's Genesis
Well,
exclusive.
it can be on like Game Gear. and
I played it
stuff.
on Game Gear.
But Wonder Boy's a robot, isn't he?
I don't know.
It's also Japanese.
What?
What?
Why would he be a robot?
Why
No,
wouldn't he?
I don't think he is.
Really?
I think he's just Hudson.
Am I thinking Astro
I think
Boy?
he's just
Yeah.
Master
Thinking
Higgins
Astro
for
Boy.
Adventure Island.
Oh.
Astro Boy's a robot.
What the
Now there's still Bonk and Zonk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bonk is not is that multi-platform?
Well,
Yeah, Bonk was on NES,
Yeah.
but those are not 16-bit games.
You might
but
be
it's not in
Bonk.
the past.
He doesn't have a gun. That's definitely in the past. There's
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, but
didn't-
he said it's not in the past.
I did not say it's not in the past. I said I couldn't answer that
Yeah,
question.
but Bonk is in the
What about
past.
ninja-based games?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, you'd have a sword in a lot of those, though.
Or shurikens.
And you definitely kill people in ninja-based games.
Yeah, you definitely.
I
kill
said you do
people.
kill things in the
Castlevania,
Yeah, but you
Castlevania
thought
4.
about it.
Castlevania 4. Okay, is this game part of a franchise?
But no, that's not a multi-platform game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
from
yeah.
Japan.
But I like the franchise question.
Is this game part of a franchise?
Or is it?
No.
Oh, so it never got a sequel.
Whoa, it's the
Oh,
only
this is real
one.
hard.
It's the only
Real
one.
hard.
There
And
can
it's
be only one.
It's the only one, and it's not licensed.
Even ActRaiser got a second one.
Yeah. Oh, we're in real trouble.
Is this a critically regarded game? Like, is it a positively reviewed game?
Yes.
Okay.
What happened? Why didn't they make another one?
Yeah, that's what I always want to know.
That's not a yes or no question.
This is really hard. This is
What
really
happened?
hard.
It's probably not that hard if we just focus. We have enough.
We
clues
have
to guess
really,
right now.
really good hints. Like there's been no big misses in
Do
our
we know-
questions.
What are your favorite Super Nintendo and Genesis games? Is
I mean-
really what you got to figure out.
Oh, it could. Well, it's not licensed. I keep
Should we
coming
just
back to like
ask-
Simpsons
I'm
games.
kind of
and,
interested
like-
if it's on Super Nintendo. You know, because we heard it's multi-platform. Is this
Yeah.
on Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 15.
So what are the best Super Nintendo platformers?
Super Metroid, Mario.
Yeah.
Metroid, but that's not multi-platform. Yeah,
Well, it's
Bubsy,
Japanese made.
Bubsy's
Era the
a-
Acrobat,
It's a cat. That's a bat.
Home Improvement.
That's a man.
Jurassic Park.
Home
Park.
Improvement is
it's-
definitely not a critically
That's good.
acclaimed
Jurassic
game.
Park was on multiple
it's-
consoles and it was made in America.
But you have a
It's not
gun. And you definitely
licensed.
shoot people, and we know what year it takes place in.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a not licensed game.
And it's not licensed.
The not licensed thing's really tripping me up.
Oops. Yeah.
You look like you're just waiting for a high five for the
Yeah.
longest.
With 5 questions left,
Bring it home.
you guys know it's a platformer from the 16-bit era, starring a person who does not have a sword but does kill things.
Are you sure you have a gun in Flashback? Because it meets all the criteria except
for
that.
sure.
you
Well,
do.
what's the other one that looks like that? The cartoony one.
I thought that was
Alone in the
Flashback.
Dark.
No. There's Flashback, and then there's the one that's like it's all rotoscoped.
Another World?
Yeah, or yeah, something like that. I never played it, but
It
Out
might
of
be
This
another
World.
world.
Out of This World.
or Zombies Ate My Neighbors, or all those games.
like-
It's probably one of those games.
Yeah. Zombies Ate My Neighbors isn't a platformer, but you're in the right ballpark.
How do you narrow these down?
Yeah, that's what I don't even know what the next question is.
Yeah, we would try to narrow it down with more questions like, is it in the past or is it?
Yeah, but we
I mean,
did that.
it could be one of those games for sure. I mean, were those both rotoscoped?
Yeah.
Is this game famous for its graphics?
No.
So it's not one of those.
Not one of
things.
those.
This is killing me.
I mean, at this is
Those are
about
really good guesses,
this is
though.
about the point in 20 questions where I give up. We're getting very
We have
close.
a lot of questions to go, though.
We have four.
Four
Yeah,
questions.
we can make it work. We can make it work.
And the graphics aren't that super impressive.
no.
There's still Mega Man.
Yeah, but that's a
That's
franchise
Japanese.
and got sequels, and you have a gun.
A one-off, a well-liked one-off where you play as a person.
And Sunset Riders we couldn't do.
Not licensed, not part of
Yeah.
a franchise.
I
Sunset
don't
Riders.
even know what type of game that is.
Sunset Riders, you have a gun.
Like the only one-off person-based platformers I can think of are all licensed, all
Yeah.
based off the Disney movies and stuff like that.
Yep.
You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna
What
be
about-
so mad.
I know.
We've touched on Booger Man. Does that work for any of these?
Maybe it's Booger Man.
Booger Man, did that come to multiple platforms?
Yeah, I had on Super Nintendo. It's definitely on Genesis.
Oh, it might be Booger Man. I don't even know what year
Comics
that
Zone. That was a
Comics,
beat 'em up.
Yeah.
but that was only on Genesis.
Genesis exclusive. Might
That's
be
why the
Booger
Super
Man.
Nintendo thing helps.
I like Booger Man. I think we should go Booger Man.
Booger Man.
Booger Man never got a sequel. There's no Booger Man cinematic universe.
What's a smarter way to narrow it? Are you superhero in this game?
Yes.
I think it's
Booger Man
I
is
think
a
you did it.
superhero.
I think you cracked it.
There's also Captain Novolin, which is a game about having diabetes.
Yeah, but that's not critically acclaimed.
What?
I have it. It's rare.
There's also that Super
guessed
Nintendo
it.
game where that guy who smokes cigarettes, you go inside his body. Do you know about that one?
What?
No.
I played a ROM of it a couple years ago.
That sounds
I'll be in
great.
jail with Justin.
Yeah. I think Tops jail.
Yeah.
I mean, Booger Man's a superhero.
Nerd jail.
Yeah, I think. Do you?
Let's do it. Drop the beat. Let's go for it.
Does this game have gross out humor in it?
Yes.
All right,
Cool.
we did it.
It could be Bart versus the Space Mutants.
That's a franchise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sam, do the honors.
Is this Booger Man?
It
A
is
pick and
Booger
flick
Man.
adventure.
Oh my god!
You could have asked if this was a pick and flick adventure.
Is this a pick and flick? I should have done that first.
I'm so glad you're here. I don't think we
You
ever would have
mentioned
gotten
Booger
that.
Man like 10 questions ago.
Did you?
Yeah, he offhandedly said Booger Man. And so I
Nice
didn't know if you were
work.
going to get back there to actually
Super
guess
hard.
it. Yeah.
Wow, that was a.
beyond the cruelness that we usually endure.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But if we hadn't
Nice work.
done,
Who was that from?
That was Shane Fool who
Shane
suggested
Fool.
it.
You're Shane
Interplay
Smart
made
today.
it.
That was
But
very
Interplay developed and published it.
Who did they become?
They're not. Last year they sold off all their video game assets. So I don't know what they're doing, but it's not video games anymore.
When you
1994.
When you retire, you need to start a Booger Man Kickstarter and make a
They
sequel.
did it.
What?
But then they didn't reach their funding.
No!
Yeah, they announced we're bringing Booger Man
talk
back,
about it on the
everybody,
show?
and then it didn't reach its goal.
That's nonsense.
typical Booger Man. So if this wasn't all of those other things, but if you had said you were an animal, it would be Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. I conflate those
No, you
games
have
in
a
my
gun
head all the
on
Does
time.
he have a gun?
It's totally
Zap
around
gun?
that same time period. Yeah.
You're right in that I don't know what era Booger Man took place in.
Yeah.
in
I
the
can't
game. I
answer
don't know
that.
what year it was.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was the
year 20XX.
If it's a sci-fi game.
And
And then you
it
asked if
knows.
he spoke and like he belches. He belches, but I don't think that counts.
My dad belches the alphabet.
Yeah, so
That's speaking. Does he have a skeleton?
I can't say for certain.
What
I've
if it
never
was all
seen
these things and licensed?
Aladdin,
There are other games.
Well, you didn't use
Tick
the
was a superhero.
The Tick.
Also, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know if Booger Man has a skeleton. It just might be boogers.
Yeah.
I got that game for Christmas.
Really?
You can fart in that game.
Yeah.
So it was really
And you have to
popular on
drink
Genesis, but
your-
not on Super Nintendo.
Your health is you drink milk, so you can create phlegm.
loogies.
To spit your
Oh.
loogies.
That's horrible. I like how we started the show being like, I really miss getting games for Christmas. You're like, I got that one for Christmas.
It was actually a fun
Did you
game.
have
It was
for
good. It was a
Genesis?
good game.
I had it on Genesis.
yeah, it was very uncommon
It
for
came
Super
out
Nintendo.
like a year earlier on Genesis. Wow. The Super Nintendo port was late. Yeah.
It's really pretty though. Damn.
So when they announced that Kickstarter to bring it back, I tweeted about how crazy that was. And then someone who like used to work at Interplay saw it and tweeted back at me is like, yeah, I was there at the launch party for Boogerman in 1994. Like
Pictures
the
didn't
launch
happen.
party for Boogerman.
That's insane. I wonder like what kind of food they serve there.
Yeah,
They had like a weird fondue tower and stuff like that. Booger burgers.
Just lots of milk.
God.
Plenty of milk on hand.
I am a well-known milk drinker on record.
Yep.
But the idea of milk at a party, nah.
No, that's
Nah.
not okay.
You don't do party milk?
No, I don't do milk at a party.
But you do drink milk with dinner, so what if it was a dinner party?
No.
That's not okay.
Weird that you're so into it, but you're totally embarrassed by it as well.
Don't want to do it in front of anyone.
No, but context, like I would never order milk at a
What
restaurant.
about that blue Star Wars milk?
Yeah.
Blue milk? Blue Harvest?
I like that shot in Rogue One where they're like, hey, remember
you
the
see
blue
that
milk? Remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah, my wife looked at me and was
Well,
like,
I
I
mean-
can't believe you remember that from that.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Everybody
It's
does.
a thing.
But that's
Yeah.
not as obvious as the two guys
Yeah.
from Mos Eisley.
my
God.
Hey,
yeah.
remember these guys?
Hey, it's
They're
us.
back.
They
Dr. Ebazan and Ponda Baba. Remember them? And
They
one of them was like
apparently-
waving his arm. I might lose this someday.
Hey, be careful. I'm wanted on 8 systems, remember? Oh, wait, that hasn't happened yet.
What about Leia's dad, who's just like, hey, I know a guy. He's a good Jedi. And he's been a real,
Real
good
good
boy.
Jedi.
And I have a wonderful lady who I can trust with this secret. Wink, Star Wars.
I liked Rogue One. I think
I
we
did
all
too.
liked Rogue One, yeah.
Good time.
too.
Yeah, Darth Vader scene at the end.
Is the best.
Spoilers, everybody.
Yeah, but
It
I
is
didn't. I
the
won't
best.
get into it.
Yeah, but I mean, he made out with Palpatine for 7 whole minutes. It was disgusting. Half my theater was throwing up.
It puts that first scene, and I immediately went home and watched New Hope.
Yeah.
And the first scene where Darth Vader breaks in, like I was really scared of that scene when I was
Yeah.
a kid, and now I'm scared of it again.
I know, it's really cool.
Those guys are gonna get messed up.
It's also really funny seeing him talk to people like
Yeah.
in the first scene because he comes into A New Hope and he's like, "Where is everybody that I'm looking for?" And you're like,
Traitor
5
and a
minutes ago you were
spy."
killing everyone. You didn't ask any questions.
Yeah.
You cut a guy through a door.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Star Wars.
That's all the scoops we have for you this week. But next week should be a big week for us. Next week we're going to get all the big info on the Switch.
Oh, that's right.
Nintendo Switch.
Plus, we'll have our game of the year to talk about.
We'll have Game of the Year to talk about, but I'm excited about the Switch stuff, Sam.
He's not
I
excited.
cannot believe we're getting a new Nintendo console announcement.
We get
next
release
week.
date, launch lineup.
If they
more
show a
details.
Mario
we're gonna
game?
get the price.
You think we're gonna get the price? Did they confirm that?
I mean, I think
Yeah.
this is when
It's
they're going to
gonna
put
be
all the
out
cards
so
on the
soon.
table. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
know.
more time.
I know.
If not now, when?
I don't know. Nintendo's weird. They play this
What if
game
they're-
in mysterious
if we
ways.
can't
What if
get
they're just
these,
like,
like,
we're
the
never
NES Classic,
announcing the
though?
price?
I know.
Yeah.
Just buy it.
What are we
Go
gonna do?
show up at the store on launch day
Yep.
and see how much it is.
Yeah, every store is allowed to charge whatever they want.
I was thinking about that. Like,
Pay
if we,
what you want.
if we can't buy Switches at launch, like I straight up can't do my job at work. Like I don't know. Like
gonna be
Nintendo's
really
going to send
sad.
one or two to the office, but we're going to be fighting over those.
Yeah.
it's bad.
Sure. All right. Remember, you can always reach us at the email address gamescoop@ign.com. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Sam. My name is Damon. This is IGN Gamescoop, and we're out.
Boogerman.
Boogerman.
Pick and flick adventure.